her mistake or her having the baby. Literally, men have to be so honorable that we make up for dishonorable women's actions. There was no mention of the child's real father because she don't want to talk about
Mhm.
that part. That's
Mhm.
crazy to me. She don't want to talk about that.
She
She's
had a whole
talking about
baby.
who is going to be responsible for my mistake. That
Mike,
is
was he
what.
the woman you was talking about? He was
Yes,
just trying to tell me.
yes. Stepfathers adopting children in their relationships. There is a video. Stay tuned for that.
That's your child, your responsibility. That's what it is. So if y'all decided to not make it work and you guys get a divorce, that don't mean that kid not yours. You still adopted that kid.
Oh no.
That's
Okay.
it.
Wait, no context?
What the
Yeah,
heck?
that
What
was
more?
short.
Well, you know what? If we're gonna give context, let me just go first then. I'm gonna
Mm.
just go first. So, stepfathers adopting children in their relationships. So, it is a bad idea if that child is under 18 years old. As we can see, just piggybacking off the last topic, women do leave relationships. So, Leah, one of the things that I took from what you were saying, and I can hear by your accent, is that you grew up around functional, productive, dutiful women. That is not the norm in modern Western society or in the United States of America. Okay, it took me too long to find one for me to have confidence that is what is out here for everybody, and
Her
it's only
seven
getting worse.
friends.
Year over year, it's only getting worse. So,
Mike, I got the
a
video.
man, who's this dude? Eva
Mike, I got the
Marcel's
video.
husband. I'm sorry, say again.
I said I got the video.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, let's put that up real quick. Uh, you playing it?
Yeah, I'm gonna play it. I'm just did the wrong file. Give me 1 second.
Mm.
There you go.
Adopt somebody, that's your child, your responsibility. That's what it is. So if y'all decided to not make it work and you guys get a divorce, that don't mean that kid not yours. You still adopted that kid.
What a kid
is,
that at?
That kid is. It doesn't matter. Maybe the father passed away. Maybe the father was
He alive, living his best life.
You
man.
don't fucking know that.
So you think because he not in the kid life, he dead?
What I'm saying is, if he took that responsibility and adopted, that's a whole nother level. I could see if he was like, oh, I'm about to be this child's father. I'm going to take the role as the father, whatever. But you took it upon yourself to go and adopt this child. That's different. So you made that decision on you. You knew what you was getting yourself into when you adopted this child. That's like somebody else going to adopt a kid and being like, yeah, fuck it, I don't want to do this no more. Take your ass back to the...
I adopted this child. If we break up, why wouldn't I still be obligated to this child? This is still my child. Like, why you got to put me on child support? I'm still gonna be there. I made a decision to adopt this child. I'm basically being nice because I didn't have to adopt the child. I could have just been with you, been married, and that could have been your child.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. You're doing something to be nice. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
You should be doing something because you genuinely feel like that's the right thing to do. Not because, oh, I'm going to do this because it's just a nice gesture. Nah, nigga, if you're going to do it and really have some emotion behind it. And let me tell you this.
Uh-oh.
I have a situation. I have a story.
Of course she does.
All right, okay. Everybody knows about my situation with my daughter. Well, there was a man who...
she's a single mother.
There is a guy right now currently that is on my daughter's birth certificate. He took all responsibilities for her, right? When we broke up, he went ghost. Like, he didn't help me with her. He didn't do anything. And I didn't say, oh, okay, well, I still need you to do for her because you signed that birth certificate. Because in the state that my daughter was born, legally, he is binded to that child. So if I wanted to put him on child support, I could definitely do that. And there was nothing, and there is nothing he could do about it. There ain't no paternity test. It ain't nothing that could be done. Once that document is signed and you signed that document and you knew what you was getting yourself into, it ain't no going back.
But fatherhood
Those are
a trap.
laws. And those are laws. No, because it wasn't like it was like you're forced to do this.
Wait, hold on.
He
So
had a choice.
So the
That's
person
so
that was
ratchet.
on the birth certificate, that's not the baby father?
No.
That's
No.
And you could put
crazy.
him on child support?
What?
Yes.
Ain't nothing you could do about it.
It's nothing he could do about it because he
That's
accepted
so
those
crazy.
responsibilities in which they let him know that. Like in the state that my daughter was born, the law is once you sign that birth certificate, it's over with. That's what it is. So that's why they give you.
She born in Chicago
That's
or
why they
Memphis?
give you an option. The state that she was born.
Oh, you're right. I'm taking that.
Exactly. I gave her. I mean, he had an option. You can take the test. You can take a paternity test. You don't have to take the paternity test. You can sign a birth certificate. You don't have to sign a birth certificate. He made that decision. He made that choice.
Knowing that it wasn't his baby.
Knowing. Right?
No, he didn't.
That's on him. He made that choice.
But you do stuff
But-
like that in the moment. And
No,
I
but
love
listen,
this girl. Yeah, I'm gonna sign that motherfucker.
Understood, but I'm a real ass bitch. So
She ain't.
once he left, obviously, like, well, I'm not gonna say once he left. Once we broke up, because we were together
Uh-huh.
for a while, like for years, and it just didn't work. But
And you
once
told him the baby
once
wasn't
we
his.
broke up, I didn't go after him for child support, because that ain't no
But
no
you could
real shit.
have.
I could have, but he didn't adopt her or no shit like that.
Can
That's
you
one
still do it?
story.
Since
You know that
can
wasn't
you
his
still
baby.
do it?
Yes, I can.
Like
and he
today?
would and he would be on back child support.
For a baby that ain't
That's
his.
wicked. You don't think that's wicked?
I haven't done it. I would never do no
I'm just
shit
saying.
like that.
I'm saying that. But
If I were to do that, that'd be some fucked up shiesty ass shit. But I wouldn't do him like that. He took the responsibility to take care of her while we was together, and he took on
he
those
was a good
responsibilities.
father
and
figure.
And he'll still call her to this day and check on her. He don't do anything financially, but for her birthday and like
Hey,
Christmas,
Tricky, yeah, you can
he'll send her something and he'll call and
Yeah,
check
we
on her
can-
periodically. It ain't no.
But everybody ain't
beef.
nice like you though.
All right. Let me, because that was hard to listen to. Shit. So I'm gonna just finish up.
That
real
was
quick.
so ghetto.
That was so ghetto, man. And
That
let
was
me-
a
Very
dumbass
ghetto.
podcast.
I don't subscribe to that.
So what I heard, and I'm gonna just go first on this. What I heard that lady say is that women use this whole baby thing. That's the worst part about everything we just heard. There was no accountability for her mistake or her having the baby. Literally, men have to be so honorable that we make up for dishonorable women's actions. There was no mention of the child's real father because she don't want to talk about that part. That's crazy to me. She don't want to talk about that.
She
She's
had a whole
talking about
baby.
who is going to be responsible for my mistake.
Mike,
That
was
is
he
what-
the woman you was talking about? He was
Yes.
just trying to tell me.
yes, that is what is out here. That is what
Bro,
is out
hold
here.
on, Trigger. Here's the tripped out part. She is willing to hold a man more accountable who decided to marry her and adopt her child than she is her own child's biological father. She willing to hold every other man. She willing to hold the baby daddy. I mean, the
Yeah,
man
I'm
who signed the
feeling
birth
next
certificate.
topic on this. This is
And
crazy.
the man who decided to adopt her child more accountable than the child's own biological father. These are the women this is the women.
Yeah, but let me say this. I'm beginning to feel like women are way more knowledgeable than men when it comes to the law. And the expense of it is a man's stupidity and making themselves vulnerable and subject to these issues. First of all, it's the law. If you adopt a child and you divorce, you're responsible. That is the law. So I don't see why what she said was stupid. Secondly, if men had any knowledge or awareness, and we actually pride ourselves in how we boast ourselves up, we would know that in a prenuptial agreement, you can have a clause that waive you the rights or waive your responsibility in the event of a divorce. But you got motherfucking men in here that's simping, and they so quick to rush into marriage, they don't give a damn about protecting themselves.
Yeah, they weren't married, by the way. She never
Thirdly,
Obviously
okay,
not.
even if you're not
Obviously it's
even if you're
clear
not
they
married, you
weren't
put you adopting the kids, man. It's just the law. And then whenever it comes to the judge, as far as the best interest of the child, he may not even waive responsibility based on the best interest of the child. So you may end up having to still pay child support, but that is the law. So whenever you go and do these things, when you go and sign birth certificates for children that's not yours, and I get it, there's a lot of guys that's probably doing it for kids that they think that's theirs. You can go to court for that. You can actually go and fight in court. But do they do it? No. So I've been looking at the law and I've been reading up on the law. I've been surrounding myself with people who practice law, like the lead attorney and all that. And a lot of these guys a lot of the issues that they go through, they put themselves in. I'm not adopting no kids that's not mine, especially if I'm just not going to do it. But if you go and do it, if you're a stepfather and you go and do it, that's fine. It's perfectly fine. You want to take these kids as yours, that's a good. I think it's a good thing. That's if that's what you want to do. But you should know the law. You should you should be well knowledge and well rounded around the law in case of something fail. You won't be shocked.
I think
In
Bruce.
certain states, you don't even have to adopt. In certain states, if you live in the house with that child long enough, and even if you married to the mother, once the child is in that house for a certain amount of time, and even after divorce, you didn't even adopt them, you are still legally, they can still hold you for child support.
And the fact that she knows that, the fact that she knows that actually proves my point. She has the knowledge because she took the time out to go learn these things because she is concerned about her children. If we would move the same
Not
way,
because she's concerned about her children, she's concerned about her money.
You can argue that. You can argue that, but my point still stands. You can argue. You can argue it either way.
All right, one mic.
Hold on. You can argue it either way, but the fact that remains is that she actually knows that. Makes my point that she's doing the due diligence, the research on how the conditions are, and whether she's going to be able to get something out of you.